YouTube and Snapchat and Rumble and fuck, shake your tits and swing your dicks. You made it to the finish line, baby. That's Friday, and that means you get another tape-chafing episode of your favorite internet sensation with libation, another installment of the Friday wrap-up. Before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. Told you it's fall beer time, and I'm drinking nothing other than Yuengling Hershey's Porter. You've seen me drink these before. They always make my day. Rich, dark, chocolatey. It's a Yuengling Porter brewed with Hershey's chocolate. Come on, you can't get better than that. Two of Pennsylvania's finest. So as I'll do to drink up and be somebody. That is a good beer, man. It's almost like dessert. I'm telling you, it's not overly sweet. It's not sweet at all. It's got a nice dark chocolate finish. You know, blends beautifully with the hops and the beer. I mean, it's just, if you're going to have any Yuengling at all, and it's only going to be one Yuengling, have a Hershey's Yuengling. Trust me on that one. Okay, so what a week. So I for one am absolutely fucking ecstatic that this week is over. I absolutely hate the first week of October. I despise it. I loathe it. I don't look forward to it. I dread it every fucking year. More so this year. Personal reasons, which I'm not going to get into, but it's just the whole week from start to finish is just fucking misery. So I can't wait for the rest of the week to be over, the weekend. I'm actually looking forward to fucking Monday, okay? Which, in case you didn't know, Monday is Columbus Day. That's right, I said Columbus Day, not Indigenous Peoples Day. First of all, I was saying this to somebody at work. I said, oh yeah, Monday's Columbus Day. And she goes, oh, Tommy, come on, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. Get with the program. I said, excuse me? She says, yeah, you can't say that. It's racist. I said, I don't give a fuck if people think it's racist. I said, first of all, I have an Italian calendar. And on my calendar, it says Columbus Day. Okay? Who gives a fuck? Like, I give a shit. People, the same fucktards that think the term Columbus Day is racist are also the same fucking momos that voted for Biden. Look how that turned out. Just say it. Okay? And for the record, I'm not racist. Okay? I tell people this all the time. I just hate everyone equally. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't like you. It's that simple. Okay? All right, another sad news in the NFL world. One of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker in NFL history, okay? Just one of the best linebackers on the planet. The enforcer, a Chicago Bears legend, okay? NFL Hall of Famer, Pro Bowl Hall of Famer, the legendary Dick Butkus died yesterday at 80. You know, I always liked Dick Butkus. Now, I've never actually seen him play except for, like, you know, highlight reels and stuff, because I think he stopped playing before my time. I want to say late 60s, maybe early 70s, but from what I've seen, that guy was a fucking brick wall. He was brutal. Loved it. Big dude. But he seemed like a nice guy. He was a native Chicagoer. I mean, you know, the guy grew up in Chicago, went to college in Chicago, got drafted by the Bears, played his entire career with the Bears. And he was a Chicago staple. He owned a couple of, like, you know, restaurant, sports bar chains. And people used to see him around the neighborhood, around the city. He was always a nice guy. You know, he seemed like he was. And like I said, he died yesterday at the age of 80. He died peacefully in his sleep, okay, in his home in Malibu, California. We should all be this fucking lucky. But, you know, hey, listen. Rest in peace, Dickie boy. That Bears. Okay. Let's see. What the fuck this week? What is it with old people driving into shit this week? Like, more so than usual. Like, I mean, some 80-year-old guy drove into a fucking 7-Eleven in Levittown the other day. Just, they don't know how to steer, hit the brake. I don't know if they think they're in reverse and they gun it, or what the fuck, but this guy drives right through a fucking 7-Eleven. I mean, nobody wants a Slurpee that bad. And then another old fart fucking ran over a 14-year-old kid, also in Levittown. Maybe it's just the people who were in Levittown who are old. Take their fucking licenses away. I mean, what the fuck are you doing out? Stay home. Watch Matlock and have some fucking soup. You're 80 years old. Where are you going? okay? DoorDash it. Oh, they can't use apps. You know what? Just have some cream of wheat. Unfucking you know, this week here's the thing I hate about, fall. Or any time it's not summer, because all the kids go back to school, and in the morning, when you're coming down the street, God forbid you get stuck behind a fucking school bus. I just want to fucking just stab myself in the throat. Because, okay, so you got this, now when we were kids, right? You just got on a fucking school bus. Like, there was no stop. Like, you crossed the street, you had to, like, fucking dodge the cars, which made you quick. Okay, that's how you got fucking quick. That's how you got fast. Because if you weren't, boom, you get hit by a fucking Buick, right? So you crossed the street, you got on the bus, and that was it. Yeah, it's like a whole fucking 9-way production. The bus pulls up, it pulls out those little stop signs. They never pulled those stop signs out when we were kids. They'd pull them out before they pulled away to stop the traffic so the bus could come out. So now you pull up, the fucking bus is the stop signs. There's a line of fucking cars down the goddamn street because these fucking kids can't get on the fucking bus. These Momo kids. Listen, if your kid, okay, is one of these kids that they can't get on the fucking bus, okay, they're Momos. Just don't send them to school. Teach them how to dig a ditch. All right? Because we need ditch diggers too. Holy shit. I mean, the whole family's got to show up at the fucking bus stop like the kid's going off to Saigon. For Christ's sake, he's going to school. Where they're going to teach him to be sensitive and wear a dress. Get the fuck out of here. 20 minutes it takes these fucking idiot kids to get on a goddamn bus. I understand. I'm not a parent. You don't have kids. You don't understand. If that were my kid, they'd have 3 motherfucking seconds to get on a bus before they get a fucking size 9.5 right up the ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand these parents. They're carrying the kid's backpack, their lunch. Kid forgets the lunch, has to come back off the bus. 20 fucking minutes I gotta wait because your kid can't remember to bring his fucking lunch. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. I'm telling you, I was ready to take hostages this week. Anyway, atomic wedgies, retarded rhinos, and pirates. The Friday wrap-up always aims to please, baby. Here we go. Okay, on the persecution of Trump. Well, Trump is being... is in the midst of this fucking bullshit fraud trial down in New York City, courtesy of this fucking idiot Letitia James, who, this is an unprecedented case. And I mentioned this the other day. I mean, he's being indicted over fraud charges that aren't fraud. So, they're saying he overinflated the wealth of his properties when applying for loans and insurance policies. Now, I could speak to this professionally, okay, because... First of all, no insurance company or any bank is going to take the word of the client who's applying for coverage or a loan. Okay? Even on Trump's prospectuses, in big letters right on the cover, it said, do not take our estimations as face value. You're responsible to do your own due diligence. So right there he's saying, listen, this is my projections as to what I think the properties are worth. Do your own homework. The banks and the insurance companies accepted it. Now, they're supposed to do their own underwriting, okay? Which, believe me when I tell you, they do, okay? There's no way someone's giving this guy a loan or an insurance policy without underwriting the property first. So, they did their own underwriting. They approved the numbers. They issued the loans. They issued the policies based on that. Now, what the fucking what this dumb fucking retarded Letitia James is trying to allege is that he overinflated it because they're basing their estimation on tax rolls. Tax rolls that basically estimates on what you're paying taxes on, which has nothing to do with market value or replacement cost. Okay? So her numbers are fucking cockeyed. They have nothing to do with what they base a loan off of or what they base an insurance policy off of. She should maybe get a fucking education in this bullshit before she tries to bring charges. This has never been done before. Ever. To stop somebody from having a business license based on this bullshit. And this is a total kangaroo court because the fucking judge, first of all, there's no jury. How do you have a trial with no jury? I'm confused. That's not part of the judicial process. I mean, I'm not a fucking lawyer or nothing, but I know a thing or two about a thing or two. That is not part of the judicial process. If anything, this is a glorified hearing, okay? So, the appellate court threw out a bunch of charges because of the statute of limitations on them. In other words, there were old loans and policies. They shouldn't even be included. The appellate judge threw them out. This judge, the trial judge, is a fucking loon. First of all, he's a stone cold liberal. He should have been recused from this because in the past he's flat out said that he doesn't like Donald Trump. He bases his judgments off of pure emotion, not fucking legal fact. The guy was a fucking hippie. He was, he bragged about being a cab driver because you could drive like a maniac. I mean, the guy's a fucking nutcase. How the hell he's even sitting on a bench in a New York City courtroom, I don't even know. But this judge should not even be part of the case. The whole thing is basically a fucking mistrial at this point. Okay? So I don't understand what the whole process, the whole point of this shit, to go through the charade, is to keep Trump off the fucking campaign trail. Now, this is where they get it wrong all the time with Trump. He's fucking way smarter than people want to give him credit for. Now, I don't know if he's accidentally this brilliant or if he really just knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. Because he can't go out and campaign, he's bringing the campaign trail to him. So every time he's done in the courtroom, he gets a recess, he walks right outside, there's a whole fucking wall of press. And he basically campaigns from there. And they're televising it for free. He's got free press, free campaign, and it's going national. And because anytime Trump speaks to the news, their ratings go up. So naturally, they're standing around like vultures. So he's campaigning from the courtroom. They basically gave the guy a fucking forum. He doesn't need a debate, because it's proven if he doesn't show up at the debates, nobody pays attention. Both of those debates are a piece of shit. And all those fucking retards up there are wasting their time. So, in essence, they're using this trial as basically a remote campaign. It's actually the reverse of what Biden did in the last campaign. Remember, Biden didn't leave his fucking basement. He zoomed in, fall asleep in between Zoom calls. Trump's fucking right in the mix of shit. Stops, goes outside the courtroom, 15, 20-minute press conference, slams everybody, Biden by the wall. He's talking about the Speaker of the House. I mean, every topic you could think of, right? And then, boom, goes back into the courtroom, comes back out, and basically says, hey, listen, these people are all motherfuckers. Now, Trump made a comment about the judge's clerk because she was shown in a photograph with Chuck Schumer. Now, this is the judge's clerk, right? So he made a comment on Truth Social because, what is it, Chuck Schumer's girlfriend? Now, mind you, Chuck Schumer still hasn't said, no, that's not my girlfriend. Immediately, this fucking lunatic judge slaps Trump with a gag order saying that he cannot talk about anybody that works for the judge or works for the court. Yeah, fine, fuck you. He said what he had to say. You think Trump's listening to this shit? No. But he can talk about the case. You can't put a gag order on that because he's a fucking presidential candidate. So he has to talk about any situation that he's currently involved in, which is why they just slapped the gag order so he can't mock the fucking, the judge or the clerk or anything like that. I mean, this whole fucking thing is just it's an absolute sham. It's a disgrace what's happening. I mean, and he's right. Well, why isn't this attorney general focused on going after criminals? She campaigned, her entire fucking re-election, her entire campaign was based on get Trump. It's documented. So, again, this is a mistrial because clearly this is motivated by personal grievance, not by facts, not by it, because even the banks and the insurance companies testified, hey, listen, no laws were broken. We assessed his net worth or whatever based on what he showed us, based on our own investigations. We got paid. There was no harm, no foul. In New York State, the Attorney General can bring charges even though there's no wrongdoing or there's no harm done. Because that's a loophole. But it's a loophole. It's a fucking last minute ditch effort, Hail Mary move, but it's never been done before. And if you look at this from a judicial perspective, right? It's a mistrial. The whole fucking thing's a sham. It'll get thrown out. It's just done to keep him off the campaign trail. And once again, Trump, he never disappoints. Turns the fucking tables. Turns the news media circus into his own fucking floating campaign. And there you have it, kids. Okay. What's up next? Let's see. Okay, on 52 farts. Let's let her rip off the top of the fart deck. What do we got? Okay. We have a teaser. I hate these. This is when a quantity of enteric gases that is too negligible to be squeezed out through the anus and therefore is re-ingested into the intestinal system. Okay, it's like an unresolved feeling, failure to launch type of thing. It's when you have a fart and you're about to let it go. You feel it building and you think it's going to be a nice one, and then all of a sudden your colon sucks it back up and it makes your stomach gurgle. Okay, it's terrible. All right, kids, get your tickets out. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical express of the mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. Oh, but first stop, Washington, D.C. Well, I mean, unless you were living under a rock this week, you all noticed that the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, was ousted. Now, here's my problem with this. Okay, this was a fucking absolute disaster. When McCarthy was elected to Speaker of the House, who I like McCarthy, okay? Let me just say, he doesn't, he doesn't seem like the type that takes any bullshit. He's trying to appease everybody. When they remember the holdouts were there was eight Republicans that were a holdout. Matt Gaetz being the biggest fucking troublemaker, and this guy looks like he needs lithium. He looks insane. He looks like an insaner version of Jack Nicholson. Okay, if like Jack Nicholson and Satan had a love child, that's Matt Gaetz. This fucking guy is crazy. Okay. He had a little bit of a problem down in Florida where he's from about trafficking women over the state line to have sex minors and stuff like that. Somebody tried to blackmail him, and all of a sudden you didn't hear about it no more. And he tried to pull Tucker Carlson in, and Tucker was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and knocked him off the news feed. This guy is a scumbag. Okay, and for some reason he has a personal axe to grind with Kevin McCarthy. So when they elected McCarthy as Speaker in the House, it was under the condition that one person, meaning Matt Gaetz, could bring a motion to remove the Speaker at any time. That's fucking suicide. Why McCarthy even agreed to that, I don't know. I think it mainly was because, they kept having to vote, and there was the 8 people, because you got 8 Republicans. If they side with all the Democrats, that's the majority rule. And that shouldn't be allowed. Those 8 Republicans should be fucking disbarred, expelled, and replaced with real Republicans. Okay? So don't even fucking get me started on these treacherous fucking RINOS. So they didn't like McCarthy's plan to keep the government open for a day or two while they hammered out a budget. Okay? Why the budget took so long to begin with, I don't know. I'm going to probably say it's because of the fucking Democrats, because they usually fuck everything up. So he made a concession or two to keep the government open for a day or so it didn't close. That's when that other fucking nutcase congressman panicked and pulled a fire alarm. This is what's happening in Congress. We wonder why the country's going to hell in a handbasket. Democrat was panicked, pulled the fire alarm so that they would adjourn Congress so that, the Republicans couldn't figure out a solution. Yeah, this is what's going on. So they didn't like McCarthy's solution. Matt Gaetz brings a motion to remove the fucking Speaker. And what McCarthy underestimated was the other 7 fucking Republicans. He thought they were going to fucking side with the Republicans because that's your party. No. All the Democrats voted to remove him. And there's 8 Republicans, including Matt Gaetz, sided with the Democrats to remove the fucking Speaker of the House. They had no plan to install anybody, nothing. So it's absolute chaos. Congress has no leader. There's the Speaker pro tem who was tapped by McCarthy. Okay, it's this little guy with a fucking bow tie. This guy's nuts. He's just this crazy little man. So he's the Speaker pro tem. First thing he did was evict Nancy Pelosi from her. They gave her like a courtesy office in the Capitol. Why? Why are the taxpayers paying for this whole bag to have a fucking office in the? You're not a congressperson anymore. You resign. Get the fuck out. So he kicked her out of her office, and she can't believe it. She's like, let's go. Then morning for my friend Dianne Feinstein. Who gives a fuck? All right. And then, tried to break the gavel. It's a whole shit show. So now they need a new speaker. So there's been a couple of names floating around for new speaker. One of them being Steve Scalise. Okay, he's currently the congressional majority whip. Then there's Jim Jordan. Okay, the fucking nutcase from Ohio who never wears a jacket, sleeves are always rolled up, and he's always speechified, and he has a terrible comb over. I do like the guy though. Okay, he's got good sense, but he's too much of a politician. You ask him a question, he just spits out speeches. And then the third and heavily favored choice for Speaker of the House, Donald J. Trump. Now, you don't have to be a congressperson to be voted Speaker of the House, which is a weird fucking thing. And I said this when they were voting on McCarthy. You know what? I'd throw my hat in the ring for Speaker. Make me the Speaker of the House. That way I can wrangle all these motherfuckers. Because it's simple. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a politician. I'm a Republican. I'm not a politician. So when somebody gets out of line, like one of these fucking Democrats or the one with the schmata on their head, I take the gavel, I walk down to them, and I beat them in the fucking face with it, knock their teeth out, and then ask them, you were saying something? And then, okay, so the distinguished person from wherever the fuck, throw them in a goddamn back alley. And then go back and conduct business. You see, after you do that 3 or 4 times, because Democrats, they don't learn right. Even Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, I'd hit him with a fucking steel baseball bat, okay, rather than to even damage the gavel on his face. He hasn't earned that. But you do that a few times, you see how fast everybody gets in line. I mean, what is this polite bullshit, okay? Enough with this crap. Fucking placating people with fucking mental irregularities. Like that AOC. She belongs in a straitjacket, okay? The only time she'd be allowed on the fucking House floor is if she's in a straitjacket and a hand truck like Hannibal Lecter. The other fucking broad, Omar, whatever the fuck, who married her brother, she's another one. Belongs in a fucking cage. Get rid of these fucking people. They got nothing but I can't believe some of these people, they open their mouth, they're like straight out of the fucking ghetto. Where do they come from? East New York? Get the fuck out of here. So you do that, and you fix a lot of problems. So anyway, they're throwing Trump's, and Trump said, look, you know what? I don't have time for this. Because they asked him when he was campaigning in front of the courtroom. He's like, I'd love to help them out any way I can. It was a terrible thing what they did to Kevin McCarthy. But my focus is saving the country and running for the office of president and winning again. And you know something? He's right. You can't be messing around with that shit. That's like taking 2 steps back. It would be funny just to see him twist fucking Biden, but it would be only a temporary thing, so why bother? And plus, he can't because he's in court every fucking day. So there's that too. So it comes down to, because McCarthy was like, they asked him, would you run for speaker? He goes, no. Because clearly Matt Gaetz had a fucking axe to grind. I wouldn't be surprised in the coming months if you hear of Matt Gaetz, being gunned down in the middle of the fucking street or carjacked and beaten within an inch of his fucking life. And you know something? He deserves it. Because that seems to be happening to a lot of Congress people. All Democrats who voted to, defund the police. They're all getting carjacked and victimized. And now all of a sudden they want cops. But that's the story for another day. So it comes down to Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan. Now, I like both choices here. I would love to see Steve Scalise. One, he's a paisan. That would be nice. But the problem here is the man is undergoing treatment for cancer. He's going through chemotherapy. And I don't think he's got the time or the energy to devote to being Speaker of the House. I think the best choice here would be Jim Jeffries, but only if they give up that fucking one motion rule to fucking oust the Speaker of the House. Because otherwise, that's just insane. One person gets a wild bug up their ass, and then 8 people vote against you. These 8 Republicans have more fucking power in the House right now than the entire Republican Party there. It's just insane. See, here's the thing. Here's why Democrats win. I'll say it, okay? I'm not saying they won the presidential election, but here's why they win. Here's why they get away with shit. I should rephrase it, okay? Because they all stick together. Independently, these motherfuckers are so stupid they couldn't punch their way out of a wet paper bag with 2 razor blades. But collectively, volume, numbers, they win. That's how they fucking keep getting away with shit. The Republicans got to pull their fucking heads out of their asses and fucking do the same thing and stop with this bullshit. Okay? Stop electing fucking people that have no clue what they're doing. We should be able to look at their resume like a job interview. Okay? I mean, like, you know, it's a clown show. It's an absolute fucking clown show. So, I think, honestly, the best thing that could have happened to Kevin McCarthy is that he was removed as Speaker of the House. Which is stupid on the part of Congress because he's the biggest fucking fundraiser in the GOP. He's a kingmaker when it comes to fucking funds. But here's why I think this is the best thing that could have happened to McCarthy. Trump hasn't picked a running mate yet. Now, there's been some rumors swirling that he might be talking to South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, which, I mean, I think she's fucking drop dead gorgeous. She's a beautiful girl. I would not mind seeing that in the White House, okay? But you know how I feel about governors, especially after the whole Pence debacle. So I don't know if I'm okay with that. You want somebody who can navigate. They're also talking about Tulsi Gabbard, who's actually a Democrat, but like she's a right-leaning Democrat. And I like her. She was like, you know, she was the former congressperson for Hawaii. She's a former Israeli special forces. Yeah, this bitch is no joke. But I like Kevin McCarthy as potential VP. A Trump McCarthy ticket. Come on, this guy knows all the ins and outs in fucking DC. This is the kind of guy Trump needs. Okay, so I think this might be the best thing that could have happened to McCarthy. Matt Gaetz might have done him a fucking favor, you know, and let's see if that actually comes to fruition, because I think it would. I said you couldn't pick McCarthy as VP if he was Speaker of the House. He's no longer the Speaker, and if they make Jim Jordan the Speaker, who's another big Trump guy, I think both of these guys, you know, backing Trump up, it's going to be an interesting fucking ride. So, just letting you know. All right, next stop on the crazy train, Florida, Disney World, the Magic Kingdom, the happiest place on earth. So a woman is suing Disney because she was hospitalized with an unbearable wedgie. No. She wasn't fucking goofy. Mickey didn't pull her pants over her head. She got this unbearable wedgie by going down a water slide at Typhoon Lagoon. So Emma McGinnis alleges that her injuries occurred on a ride called Humunga Cowabunga. Okay, no, that's not the size of the shit that she takes. That's the fucking slide that she went down. And I guarantee you that this woman is fat. I haven't seen a picture of her. I tried Googling it. I don't know what she looks like, but just by describing the way this whole thing turned out, I promise you she's some fucking blob, probably from North Florida or something like that. She's definitely fat, okay, without a doubt. This is a fat woman's problem right now. So she's the ride, the Humunga Cowabunga slide, is approximately 214 feet above a pool, okay, of standing water. So she said that the impact of the slide and the way she hit the standing water at the bottom of the slide caused her clothing to be painfully forced between her legs. Like I said, this is a fat girl problem. And for the water to be violently forced inside of her. Well, first of all, you're coming down a slide. What are you, fucking Jenna Jameson with your legs spread wide open? Keep them tight and straight. Stop spreading your legs, you slop. So, you know, here's the other problem here. If she was wearing the proper bathing attire, you're in a water park. She's probably wearing a fucking, like, thong. Fat woman in a thong. Total Florida thing. Okay? And, you know, from the impact, the fat legs are open. It wedged the fucking thong between her snatch. And it's... and the gush of water was forced into it. Like a big douche. You know what I mean? So, I guarantee you she was wearing a thong. If she was wearing like booty shorts or something, this probably wouldn't have happened. First of all, you're walking around a water park full of families. What are you wearing a thong for? Okay? You fucking buffalo? It's not spring break. Anyway, the fucked up thing about this is this all happened in 2019. It's 2023. Okay? And now you're suing? Would you just realize you ripped your taint? You just discovered that your cooter hurts? Okay, what's the issue, princess? Okay, you couldn't fuck your husband for a week or two? Boom! All right? A little variety. Never hurt nobody. Are you traumatized by water parks now? I mean, think of this. Think of how many people you traumatized by being there with a fucking bathing suit and half of Orlando stuffed up your fucking vag. Okay? You don't see them suing? Go fuck yourself. Jesus Christ, people. This is why insurance is so fucking high. Okay? Last stop, San Francisco. Well, you know, they're doing a bang-up job of law enforcement in California, I must say. The crime has gotten to the point that so bad that we're starting to travel back in time. San Francisco has pirates now. That's right, you heard me. I expect to see Johnny Depp just fucking cruising through San Francisco, but they're pirates. Pirates. So apparently, these pirates are stealing fucking boats. Holy shit. And if that ain't enough excitement for you, it's just like a Disney World ride gone fucking crazy. They now have train robberies. That's right, train robberies. It really is the fucking Wild West. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I almost fell off my couch laughing listening to this last night. Pirates and train robberies. It's 2023. What the fuck is happening? Next thing you know, we're going to have fucking stagecoach robberies too? Well, listen, the way we're going with this green bullshit, we might as well. All right, kids, your sports update. What the fuck? What the fuck with these Giants? Oh, holy shit. I don't understand. I watched Monday Night Football. I almost I wanted to hang myself. What the... We're supposed to have the better fucking quarterback. They paid this Daniel Jones fucking asshole a shit fuck ton of money. Okay? They signed him to a 4-year contract, which I was against from the beginning. He had one good year. We fucking shit the bed on this one. We're supposed to have the franchise quarterback, the fucking backup, Zach Wilson, for the Jets, who was the backup to Aaron Rodgers, which I can't even talk about that. I'm not even a fucking Jets fan, and I get emotional. He's doing better than Daniel Jones. And he's a retard, too. Okay? I don't fucking understand what's happening. Okay? I mean, in the Jets, there were more people excited about Taylor Swift being at the game watching who's blowing Travis Kelce now, in case you didn't know. Okay? Right? There were more people excited about Taylor Swift at this fucking thing than actually watching the fucking Jets. I get it. I'm not a Jets fan. I get it. But come on, Taylor Swift, that's what we're excited about? This is what football has come to? In New York, holy shit, I can't even watch anymore. I just can't. It's only week 5 and I fucking give up. Anyway, for those of you that give a flying fuck, Giants play the Dolphins Sunday at 1 o'clock. I mean, I don't even want to speculate on what's going to happen. Jets and Broncos Sunday at 4:25. This should be a magical day. Oh, and for those of you who are early birds, our annual London game, Buffalo Bills versus the Jaguars Sunday at 9:30 in foggy old England. And Saints play the Patriots Sunday at 1. And they're another one that I'm a little disgusted with them too. Jesus Christ, I can't. I give up. Thank God. Thank God hockey season's here. Anyways, Major League Baseball. Here we go again. So, regular season baseball is what a fucking disappointment. What a fucking disappointment this whole season was. I can't even begin to emphasize what an absolute fucking disgrace the New York Yankees were. I'm not talking about the Mets. If you're a Mets fan, you should be used to this shit. I'm sorry. But fucking Yankees? Come on. Come on, bro. You're America's team. You should hold yourself to a higher fucking standard. Look at what they've done to this fucking team. The Pinstripes are an absolute fucking debacle. The whole fucking season. From start to finish. I said it. I said it at the beginning of the season. You could go back and watch. I said it. The Yankees are going to shit the fucking bed this year. What happens? They shit the bed. Now people go, are you speaking that into the universe? Fuck that shit. I don't believe in that crap. Okay? You got a bunch of overprivileged, sensitive fucking millionaires that get paid to play America's pastime, and they can't get their fucking heads out of their goddamn asses. I can't understand what the fuck is happening. And these fucking retarded Steinbrenner, they got Cashman and fucking, Boone, banging together like two limp dicks. I don't understand what's happening. So, yeah, that's the Major League Baseball scenario. Anyway, now we're in the playoffs. Thankfully, my Phillies made it into the playoffs. They made it into the wild card, and they swept the Marlins. No fucking surprise. I'm actually shocked the Marlins made it. They swept the Marlins in the wild card, and now they'll be facing the Braves this Saturday in the divisionals. Also, in the divisional Saturday, and all these dates I think are to be announced. Twins and Astros, Diamondbacks and Dodgers, and Rangers and Orioles. So, if any of this gets you hot and bothered, knock yourselves out. I'll get a little excited if the fucking Phillies make it into the World Series again. It's the only excitement I got in baseball this year. All right, kids, NHL. Thank God. Thank God hockey's back. I don't know what else to watch anymore, and I hope this season is not a disappointment. Although, I'm going to say I like the Rangers' new manager, Peter Laviolette's. I like his aggressive offense. I do. He's got an aggressive defense and aggressive. The way he's managing his team is, the play action is a very aggressive one, which is pretty much his style. So I like what I'm seeing so far. I haven't really seen a real. It's only been preseason, but I can't make a judgment until I actually see a couple of games, so I can see, player management, how to work in the ice, how to work in the puck, how to attack in the goal. Just, I need a couple of games before I can make an educated, assessment. But for right now, from what I'm seeing, just in the preseason shit, I see where his strategy is, and I sort of like it. So let's see what happens. Anyway, the Rangers' season opener is against the Sabres Thursday, October 12th at 7 o'clock. And the Islanders have their home opener against the Sabres right here in Elmont on Saturday at 10:14. So, hey, here we go. NBA season starts on October 24th. Again, basketball, I like to watch the first week or two, and then I get agitated and I pay attention to it, but I don't really dive back in until we get to the playoffs. So it is what it is. Listen, it was a busy week. There's no public grub review. I've been I meal prepped and ate at home. But I got a special treat, kids, for you. And what the fuck is that? We're going to talk about how Walmart is racist. Well, let me set the stage for you, okay? So, this little fat black woman goes into Walmart, gets caught shoplifting. She's then confronted by a New York State trooper, okay? And then, well, watch what happens.
Yes, I did! Yes, I did! Drag me the fuck out! Drag me the fuck out! Drag me the fuck out! Drag me the fuck out of here! 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 You're not supposed to be recording.
Yes, ma'am. Damn, I love Walmart. Yeah, everyone's recording. That was the first one. They're like, okay. This is just one last one from the front.
You're racist! What is racist? What is racist? What is racist? What is racist?
Let's get out.
Here's where I have some questions. Okay, I told you this was New York because clearly that's a New York State Trooper's uniform. So first off, this fat little broad is in one of the little cripple scooters. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just fat. That's not a handicap. Just stop eating. So the cop stops and confronts her, and she's like, "Yes, I did. Yes, I did." And then loses her fucking mind. Throw me the fuck out. Drag me the fuck out. Why are you getting sassy? The main issue, you committed a crime, okay? I don't understand where this sense of entitlement comes from where you could steal shit, okay? I don't get it. They say white people are privileged. Like, I don't fucking get it. I'm sorry. I'm not being racist. I'm being actually, I'm being factual here. Where the fuck are you coming from? Listen, you want to steal? Go ahead, steal. You get caught? You get caught. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But don't act like you're fucking entitled. And then throws a fucking tantrum. Gets up. All of a sudden, now she can move. She's scooting around fucking Walmart in this fat little fat person scooter. Now she gets up like a fat little elephant, and she starts throwing a tantrum, demolishing the store. The cop didn't fucking touch her. He went there and told her to stop trying to restrain. She cracked him on it, and if you notice, the guy was bleeding. Then he's like, "Fuck you." He just tackled her to the floor, and you hear somebody go, "You're not supposed to hit people." He's trying to wrestle this fucking buffalo, and she's calling him a fucking white trash. First of all, here's my second question. Why is it whenever black people fall, their shoes fall off? Like, they always lose like one shoe. Are you not tying your shoelaces? What the fuck are you doing? I mean, I get it. She's fat. Maybe she can't find her feet, but why are your shoes out? And she's laying there screaming, calling him a fucking white trash. He didn't say one word, okay? He's trying to cuff her. It's like for 8 minutes on a mechanical bull. I'm like, holy shit. He's like wrestling Shamu. Her fucking fat legs are in the air. I think she might have pissed herself. And she's laying there screaming Walmart is racist. Now, I could see if he threw her on the ground and called her a fat little gorilla or something, or used some other kind of racial slur. But he didn't. He's doing his job. He's cuffing a criminal. And she's going fucking ballistic. The whole time this is happening, whoever's filming this, if you notice, there's a picture of Jimmy on Life magazine of a very young and handsome Jimmy Buffett just smiling at the camera the entire time. Then you got a Walmart employee. His main concern is that there's candy on the floor. He goes and he kicks it to the side. And then you got some fucking J.J. Walker lookalike that just walks right in the middle. I don't mind. I mean, as this woman is screaming, Walmart is racist. Again, how is Walmart racist? You stole, you got caught, you were confronted, nobody put their hands on you, and you just go fucking bananas. What was your plan here? Like, I don't understand. Okay? It's just this. One of these days, I'm hoping that people will look back, these people that behave like this, and I'm not saying all black people behave like savages, okay? But these people clearly do. Like, I know lots of black people that are fucking normal, civilized, they don't behave like this. These are fucking ghetto trash, savage people. Okay? Just fucking animals. Just, what are you acting like that for? Who does that? And then you wonder why you get stereotyped. It's not, it's not rocket science. You don't have to be Kojak to put this all together. So, there you go. That's your Walmart. That's how Walmart's racist. Speaking of racist, I believe it's time for one of our favorite segments, Right or Racist. Okay, so, as part of a 15-nation honesty study, researchers from the University of East Anglia had 1,500 participants in a flip coins. Okay, they were participating in a flip. I'm just reading how it's written here. Clearly, not written by an American person with a good grasp on grammar. So 1,500 participants were participating in a flip coin contest, and they told them that they'd get up to $5 every time the coin came up heads. Remember, this is an honesty contest. And 70% of the Chinese participants lied about their results. Well, you know, some stereotypes just speak for themselves. And yet, we want to believe their story on the origins of the Kung Flu. Okay? My father always said, never do business with the Chinese. My old man didn't have a racist bone in his body, never even used a slur. But for some reason, and I never understood why, and he loved Chinese food, he would always tell me, never do business with the Chinese. And I said, why, Pop? He goes, because they're always full of shit. They're always look to fuck you. I don't know why he thought that, but he was not wrong. He's definitely not wrong. Okay, kids, your PSA. You know, you ever see people eating something the wrong way? Like, you know, like people who eat like things with a knife and fork that shouldn't be. You shouldn't be eating them with the knife and fork. Like, just pick it up and eat. So, like the other day, I'm in Dunkin' Donuts. By the way, you like my Dunkin' Donuts shirt? It's coffee being thrown at somebody for being agitated, and just says, just drink it. It's like they made this shirt specifically for me. Anyhow, I go into Dunkin' Donuts the other day, and there's some chinless broad. It was a little long in the waistband, sitting there at the table and eating a muffin with a knife and fork. I got so enraged. I don't know why, but I just got so fucking unjarred. I mean, just pick it up and stick it in your mouth, you fucking animal. What are you doing? You're wasting everyone's time, okay? It's your muffin. You rip the top off, you eat the bottom, you eat the top, you drink your coffee, get the fuck out of there. What is... Who's sitting there? What are you, this is a 7-course fucking meal? What are you, in the fucking, a Michelin star restaurant? It's a Dunkin' Donuts. What do? Do you scoop the jelly out of the donut like it's fucking soup? Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit, these fucking people make my goddamn blood boil. Anyway, stay COVID-less, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? It's been your Friday wrap-up, and I'll see you when I see you.